Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester and today I'll be walking you through the crypto markets. First things first, I want to talk about Bitcoin on the short term, then Bitcoin on the midterm. Once we're done with Bitcoin on the midterm, we'll be getting through to Bitcoin on the long term. As you probably noticed, there was no countdown today. I don't know why that code is not working for my streaming thing, very annoying. But yeah, hello to you all. Let me just bring up the chat. We've got Donna straight in there, we've got Kong straight in there, we've got Seven, Joe Hart, and Marty. Nice to see you all supporting the stream continuously. And Narania as well. Narania Yogas, cool stuff. Good afternoon from Indonesia. Really international out here. Very, very cool stuff indeed. But yeah, thank you ever so much for supporting the stream, guys. And we're already banged on 9 likes. Absolutely amazing. So without further ado, let's get straight into Bitcoin. And once I'm done with Bitcoin, guys, you know how this works. I'm going to be jumping through to some altcoin requests. I've got quite a few altcoins to get through because I do have 3 altcoins of the day today. And also, I'm going to touch on the ones from yesterday as well. And also, I'm going to be touching on BNB position, Binance coin position, which I got involved with yesterday as well. Well, last night actually, yesterday. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting stuff. So yeah, if you've got any other requests, smash them in the chat now, guys. I'll get them on my list and I'll get to them once I'm done with my other altcoins of the day, right? So yeah, let's just get straight into it now. Waffling on a bit as usual, guys. But good morning to you on I think it's Wednesday morning, right? So yeah, good morning to you guys out there. And yeah, so starting off with Bitcoin on the shorter term time frame, we do have this parallel channel coming through as discussed yesterday. When we were talking yesterday, right, we're around this point here. Let me get rid of these moving averages for now, right? We're around this point here, and we just saw pretty boring stuff coming through. A bit of just sideways crap all day, really. It was a bit dead. It was a bit dead after this massive pump and then this massive dump, right? We didn't really see a lot going on. We didn't even see us come down and touch this horizontal level of support at 33,384 there. Shout out to we got Joseph in the chat, we got Rocket in the chat, and we got Kieran as well. Massive shout out to you, Kieran. How you doing today, bro? And yeah, after that, basically after this sideways period which we saw yesterday, it was pretty boring, right? We were pretty boring. There was not a lot happening with the charts. Couldn't really get in loads of positions. And then what happened, guys? We saw a nice little uptrend come through. We saw a nice little uptrend come through. We smashed through all of these major moving averages here. The 200, the 200 EMA, the 55, the 21, the 10, and also the price action channel. We just started this nice uptrend, smashing through. And then we decide to challenge this downward sloping resistance line coming through. We broke it, guys. We absolutely broke it. And now we've come down, we tested it, we found a level of support. Now, right now, we're currently testing this downward sloping resistance line. If we can break above that, then the next target to the upside for Bitcoin is going to be that 35,160. We do have a bearish divergence actually coming through on the RSI here, as you can see here, and that's what obviously this resistance line is forming here, and that basically means we could be looking at a bit of reversal in the price there, so that's definitely something to take into account. But remember, guys, it is only on the hourly, so it's not going to be like an insane dump to the downside over the course of the whole day or whatever, but yeah, just take that into account. We could be looking at a bit of a pullback coming through here as that bearish divergence actually does come to play out right now. On the MACD on the hourly here, if we do see that bearish divergence play out, the likelihood of us coming down here is pretty likely, and we're going to see a bearish crossover happen on the MACD here. But we do have obviously this trend cycle coming through here, this level of support coming through here in terms of this downtrend that we've got. So if we do see us actually flip to the downside, bearish crossover play out, we're likely to find support here. So this would be a crucial point to watch in terms of a bounce point for Bitcoin if we do see that reversal happening, and that's pretty much going to correlate with potentially bouncing off a few of these major moving averages as well, right? And we're pretty called up, right? These moving averages are pretty called up, and we know what happens when we're called up. We have a break like so, right? We have a big old break. So yeah, that's definitely a point to watch in terms of a bounce point there, if we are going to see this reversal happening right now on the hourly. And as you can see, we have obviously got this higher high point in terms of this trend, right? In terms of this mini uptrend which we've seen after this boring sideways period. We have still got this high point. We've got this lower high point being set, which initiates, for the beginners out there, it's initiating basically a reversal in the trend, right? So we definitely need to take into account that we could be seeing a bit of a swift rejection coming through here. But yeah, bounce points I would be looking for around that 34,425 there, or maybe even a bit lower, maybe even wicking below this level of support that we've got coming down here, right? Yeah, that's pretty much the hourly summed up there. I do think we are going to have a bit of a reversal, so be prepared for that, guys. Be prepared for that. And it is bad news in terms of looking bearish right now, because yes, we have set this lower high here coming through, but we were flirting with the idea of coming up to like break it and invalidate it, but we didn't get there, and we're going to see a bit of resistance play out here, I do think. So yeah, that's going to not going to be looking so hot for Bitcoin right now, but at the end of the day, right, we are still setting these high lows coming through here, right? So that is an indication that we are seeing some sort of pattern play out, maybe on the smaller time frames. If I jump to the 15-minute, we can maybe see something being playing out here. Trying to run out of breath this morning. Yeah, we do have a bit of symmetrical triangle playing out, but nothing too fancy, because we don't really have a lot of validation to the top side here. As you can see, we've only had literally 1 touch, 2 touch on the shorter term time frames. And you guys know I don't really trade the 15-minute. I more trade the hourly and the 4-hourly. But it's just good to get a bit of a gauge, right? It's good to get a bit of a gauge on what's going to happen. If we are going to break to the top side, we do have a pretty big resistance point, this volume weighted ATR band, as you can see here. And that's going to be sat around that 35,300 mark there. So that's another point to take into consideration if this bearish divergence doesn't play out there, guys. So yeah, I would be watching that pretty crucially. 10 likes. You guys are killing it out here. I've only been streaming for, what, 8 minutes. The likes are overtaking the minutes now. It's amazing stuff, guys. It's amazing stuff there, guys. Now let's move on to the midterm for Bitcoin here. Because as you can see, we do have this it's a parallel channel coming through on the midterm, right? We've got a parallel channel coming through on the midterm, and also this downward sloping resistance line coming through here, and that's sat at around that around the 35,100 sort of mark there. So if we are going to see a bit of progression, this uptrend actually keep going up in a sense, right? Keep going up. We're likely to see swift rejections coming through from this zone. As you can see in previous history, we've seen pretty big resistance being playing off this zone here. So yeah, I would expect at least some sort of either consolidation or literally a resistance point being played out here before progressing up any further, right? And also we need to take into account, obviously, that bearish divergence being played out here. Now, right now, in terms of a symmetrical triangle that we've got playing out here, if I draw this a bit more obvious, right? Obviously, we've got this this falling channel we got coming through here. We've obviously got another channel coming up here, and then with this downward sloping resistance line playing out, we've got this symmetrical triangle playing. I'm not sure if you guys can see that very well. It's a pretty messy chart today, I must say. But yeah, if we just go something along the lines of this, right? A symmetrical triangle playing out like so. For the beginners out there, we could be looking at some sort of measure move to the top side, looking something like this, right? Obviously, depending on where we're going to break along this symmetrical triangle, guys. And that's going to be potentially bringing us up to 36,200. And then we're going to be challenging this this lower high point here, which is going to be interesting, right? If we can get over that, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Then we can talk about the idea of coming up and testing the top side of this, well, that's the wrong one. The top side of this channel coming through here, right? The top side of this channel coming through. And that's going to be sat around that 37,000 there. So yeah, pretty crucial point to watch today would be this symmetrical triangle if we do break out of this on the midterm time frame here. And that's going to be sat, as I said, at around that 35,100. But yeah, before that, guys, as I was saying, I do expect a bit of a reversal on the shorter term time frame here, due to that bearish divergence playing out here, and obviously the resistance, Viva la resistance. Potentially, maybe we're going to bounce off this zone at around that 34,400, and then after that, we're going to we say we come down to 34,400 like so, and then we're going to bounce from this point here back up, and then hopefully we can we can flirt with the idea of challenging the top side of this symmetrical triangle, and then we could be looking at a breakout. So yeah, a few things to think about today. We could be looking at a pretty flaccid day again, not a lot going on. Just maybe consolidation sort of thing after this little pullback that we are due to have here. Maybe even coming down and bouncing off this crucial point here, because this is obviously, we do know this channel. It's been with us for quite a while, in terms of the first time that Bitcoin actually crashed properly since this insane bull run which we've been a part of, right? The first time it's crashed properly since then, and yeah, we've got this this downward sloping resistance line playing out pretty continually here. So if we can find a level of support on that, hopefully we can get progression. And as you can see, guys, I hate to say it, I hate to be the bearer of bad news up in here, but as you can see here, look, the support is not good. We're not good at finding support on this this downward sloping support line coming through here. Shout out to Restless Legend coming through there. Yeah, nice to see you back on the stream there, bro. He says, hey Chester. Hey man, nice to see you back on the stream. Yeah, shout out to you, sir. But yeah, as you can see, as I was just saying, the support on this level, it's not very good, right? It's not very good. We're likely to just find that resistance. So if we can find support on it, that's going to be ideal. But this is what I'm saying, guys. Be prepared for us to lose this zone. If we lose this zone, we could be looking at a juicy juicy short here for Bitcoin, and that's going to be, we're going to go on the most recent downtrend in terms of a measure move like so. We're not going to be going on the most greedy measure move, which would be something along the lines of this, like a lot of traders do, right? They go on the greedy measure move and they go, yeah, we're going to come all the way down to 30k, and then they just get absolutely wrecked when we see the reversal, right? So I go on the non-greedy measure move. We got Hero Optimist in the chat there. Nice to see you back on the stream there, bro. I go on the less greedy measure moves, as you guys know. And there's more chance of it playing out, right? There's more chance of it playing out. And in terms of percent for this short position, which we could be looking at, lining up perfectly with this horizontal level of support, sat at around 31,723. Still quite far away in terms of the live price right now. But if we were looking for the completion of the measure move, that's what the target price would be. But then we do have quite a few take profit points staggered all the way down, right? We've obviously got this horizontal level of support. One sat at this 33,069 giggity gaggity gay, and also we do have this high low point coming through here as well. A high low point coming through here as well. A couple of wicks coming down. That's around that 32,344. So yeah, there's a few points to watch for here if we do lose this crucial level of support in terms of a short position coming down here. Chester, Iota is on fire. Yes, sir. Iota is actually one of my altcoins of the day, I do believe. So I will be touching on that. I will be touching on that as soon as I'm done with Bitcoin. I'm on the midterm now, so I've got the long term to do, and then a bit of Bitcoin dominance, and then the Fear and Greed Index, and then I'm going to be jumping through to the altcoins of the day, which I have picked to show you all today. So yeah, as you can see here, this is a potential short position for Bitcoin to think about if we do lose this zone here. Hopefully we can get a bounce and hold our own here, hold the line, in a sense, right? Hold this symmetrical triangle. But if not, yeah, I would be inclined to be looking at a short position here. Now, this is interesting. This RSI coming through here. The OGs on the channel, right? The OGs on the channel know that we're referencing this quite a bit on the midterm here. This downward sloping resistance line. This cycle, it's pretty dominant, right? It's pretty dominant in terms of finding that viva la resistance coming through here on the old RSI, right? So we do need to take into account if we lose this zone here, this crucial zone here. I've actually made my camera smaller so you guys can see more of the chart, right, and less of me. So yeah, hopefully that's Joseph, apologies for rushing you, mate. Not a problem at all, mate. You're not rushing me. It's cool, mate. I continuously rush myself. Did you leave your BNB long that you took yesterday? Says Hero Optimist. I actually I put it on before I went to bed. It was around 9 o'clock, something like that. I put it in and put the long on, and then I set my take profits. I was going to be staggering my take profits, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to sleep. Like, I don't want to be risking that. So I'm just going to put one take profit in, 100%. Let's get out of it. And I woke up and I was like, I'm in the money. I'm in the money. Made a monthly wage in my sleep, as I tweeted this morning. Cool stuff. But yeah, so the crucial point for Bitcoin right now. But I will be touching on that BNB position shortly. Just going to have some H2O. Running out of breath again. Ah, that's that good. Right, so this would be a crucial point to watch here for the RSI in terms of that resistance point, right? If we are going to see the reversal on the shorter term time frame, and we are going to see basically that bearish divergence actually play out on the RSI on the 1 hour time frame, right? We're likely to see us lose this level of lose this level of support which we're currently testing in terms of resistance, right? So if we do lose this zone, it's likely that the price is going to come down a bit further. And that's a bit more validation for our juicy little short position coming through here in terms of losing this level of support, right? And yeah, we're pretty central at the moment, so it could go either way. Percentages-wise, we're looking more at finding resistance off this. But when we cross this zone, it's going to be around the 23rd of July, around that point there. That's when there's a more chance of us finding a level of support on this line, right? So we do need to take that into account in terms of the future. But yeah, we're going to be in this zone for quite a while, right? We're going to be in this zone for quite a while, maybe even to December, right, in terms of using it as a level of support or resistance, right? So yeah, it's gonna be there for a while. So get used to it, guys. But yeah, crucial point to watch would be this zone here on the RSI. Let me bring up the macadamia nut, the MACD here, in terms of what's happening here for the midterm for Bitcoin. You can see the level of support we've got in terms of this trend cycle coming through here. It's pretty juicy. It is getting to that called up point, right? It's getting to that called up point, and also this uptrend cycle. This is obviously, you can see like we don't have that many touches here on the shorter term time frames, but not the shorter term time frames. These pretty boring downtrends coming through here. But you can see the bigger ones. We are seeing that point of support being formed, right? We're seeing that point of support being formed. So we know that it's definitely something to take into consideration. But with this with this uptrend cycle that we've got playing out here, right? With this uptrend cycle we've got playing out here, if we are to see us come up and see a nice progressive move to the upside, we need to think about the resistance from this zone. You can see how valid this is. This is valid. This has been respected on the last literally like 5 uptrends coming through on the midterm here. So the likelihood of us respecting it again is quite likely, right? So yeah, we would be looking at potential reversal in the price around this zone. If we are going to correlate that with the live price action here of Bitcoin, it's probably going to be maybe even around 36,375. So yeah, that's going to be definitely a point to watch if we are going to be part of this long position coming through here. And in terms of percent for that, it's going to be around a 3.99%. Now, let me touch on the Bitcoin dominance quickly, because as discussed yesterday, we're in this falling wedge pattern. We've been falling. We're falling, right? Where people are moving their money from Bitcoin into the altcoins, which is good stuff coming through here. It's pumping up the altcoins. We've needed it. We've goddamn needed it. Like, obviously the altcoins have not been doing very well at all at the moment compared to what Bitcoin's been doing. So yeah, it's nice to see the Bitcoin dominance falling a bit, and not just like going parabolic like so, right? And yeah, we are on the 12 hour actually, so let me jump to the 4 hourly. Let's get a bit of a better gauge right now. So yeah, on the 4 hourly we can see that we are just continuously falling, which is good in this downtrend. So it's looking hopeful for the altcoins right now. But guys, we've been falling for quite a while now, right? We've been falling for quite a while right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if we are looking for that imminent reversal, potentially probably bouncing off this volume-weighted ATR band coming through around that 44.63 there. So yeah, this would be a point to watch. If you are looking to buy altcoins, it wouldn't be, well, I mean, it's tricky to say, right? Because if we are going to be bouncing off this zone here, then the altcoins are going to be basically taking a hit, right? We are going to be going down. The altcoins will be going down, whereas the price of Bitcoin will be going up, right? So yeah, interesting stuff there to watch on the Bitcoin dominance, depending on where we're going to break. If we are going to be going on this chart pattern, right? If we're going to be going on this chart pattern for the Bitcoin dominance, the measure move to the downside is like so, and that's obviously going to have a massive effect on Bitcoin in general, right? You can see my my phone's going crazy, not good. But yeah, guys, if you want to join the community, we do have the Telegram group posted in the description of the chat. We're up to like 107 members or something crazy now. But yeah, we all just talk crypto all day. We post our trade ideas in there. It's good stuff. And I didn't do my disclaimer. So nothing I say is financial advice. It's just my opinions on what I think might happen in the market from an educational standpoint. Yeah, I'm not your financial advisor. Basically, don't sue me. Don't take any trades that I say. Do your own research. All that good stuff there, guys. You know the drill, right? You know the drill. I do have a GIF that I use in the Telegram quite a lot, and it's basically some guy in the backseat of a car. He's like covered in money. He's like, "I'm not your financial advisor." It's brilliant, love it. But yeah, in terms of Bitcoin dominance right now, if we are looking for a progressive move to the upside, it would be looking like sort of an uptrend, right? It would be looking something. I'll just completely ruin that measure move, right? So it would be hey when I click the wrong line, right? So we could be looking at something along the lines of this. That's going to bring us up to around that 45, but yeah, it's still pretty rough. Not really that much going on here. So yeah, can't really get a good reference until we do see that sort of trend reversal coming through, and it's likely to happen at this volume weighted ATR. But now the fear and greed index right now for crypto market sentiment here, sentiment, something like that. Dyslexic as hell, so bear with me on my reading. But yeah, so yesterday we were discussing the extreme fear because obviously Bitcoin did dump pretty catastrophically, right, over the last day or so. This area here we were discussing, I was like, yeah, look, tomorrow we're going to see pretty big fear in the market, right? Pretty big fear in the market, and that's obviously what we did see yesterday. Today we're up at around 28, right? We're up at around 28, which is interesting because we have actually gone up, and it basically makes sense because you can see this uptrend that we've got coming through here. But yeah, it's going to be to get a bit of a better gauge on that. We're just going to have to see how this plays out today, right? Because if we do lose this zone, if we do see that progression we move to the downside, then yeah, it's going to be pretty weak for the fear and greed index. But guys, we do need to remember we are still really low. This is still a really low figure, so this is obviously going to have an effect on the institutions buying Bitcoin and stuff like that, and definitely going to have an effect on the price, right? In terms of seeing progression to the upside. So yeah. Would be referencing this here. It's looking pretty rough. We're up from last month, so yeah, it's something, right? It's something, right? But yeah, Steve S, please be my financial advisor. Sorry, bro. I cannot be your financial advisor, I'm afraid. But yeah, so that's pretty much Bitcoin done on the midterm here. Now let's jump to the long term, right? This is obviously the long term coming through on the daily. Just gonna have some H2O. Run out of breath again. Lovely stuff. 18 likes, you guys are killing it out here. Can we get it to 20? That would be absolutely amazing if we could. But yeah, as you can see here, we do have this ascending triangle playing out here. We do have a couple of moves. got a couple of moves coming through here. We got a 6% short position coming down here if we can get to it. If we can break this ascending triangle to the downside here. At this point in time, we are getting pretty called up. You can see this trend line coming through here. You can see the Viva La resistance playing out here continuously. So it would be looking at a test point 1 to get over this 21 moving average that we got here, and also the next zone of resistance would be at that 35,082. So that's definitely something to take into consideration here if we are looking at some sort of long position coming up here. On the shorter term time frames here, coming out of this symmetrical triangle, right? So yeah, definitely a few things to reference there, guys. Interesting stuff. Now, the main point of this, the main point for me on this longer term, the longer term time frame for Bitcoin. It just lost my complete train of thought there. But yeah, it would be this downward sloping resistance on the RSI. You can see the domination, the literal swift rejections coming through here off this line, coming back to literally like December sort of time, right? So we do need to reference this as we are playing with it at the moment. We're flirting with the idea of getting over it. And you guys know, I touched on the percentages earlier of when these lines are below the central point of the RSI, it's likely that the higher percent, we're probably about 60% that we are going to find support on this now, instead of being around 60% that we're going to find resistance off it around this zone here. So yeah, hopefully we can get a nice level of support here and see that progression to the upside. That's going to be very nice indeed. Still take into account, guys, you could easily see swift rejections coming through here on the RSI. So yeah, that is an interesting point to watch here. At this point in time, we are flirting with the idea of getting over it, which is good. It's good. It's not looking too bad, but be prepared for that swift rejection. So yeah, that would be a point to watch there on the longer term time frames there, guys. Now, if we are looking for an absolute low point coming through here, I would say we've got the volume weighted ATR band that's sat around that 29,000. I don't really see us going that low at this point in time unless we see some insane crash coming through. Which, let's be honest, we've been in this uptrend for quite a while on the daily. So we are due some sort of move coming through here, but it's not really. We're still early in the month, guys. So I don't really see, because we usually get a crash at the end of the month, right? So yeah, that's the more common thing to happen, right, for Bitcoin. We get a crash at the end of the month. So yeah, so I would be expecting something later on in the month. At this point in time, I would expect us to basically just keep climbing this zone here, maybe just continuously flirting with this zone here in terms of this upward sloping support line. And guys, you've got to remember, this is on the daily here, so this is not going to be happening like in a matter of hours, right? So this is on the daily, so it's going to be quite a long time before we actually see potentially even a break of this symmetrical triangle, ascending triangle coming through here. In terms of moving averages right now, we've got this 21 moving average coming through here. And as you can see, we are finding that resistance. We've tested it 1, 2, near enough 3 or 4 times coming through here. So hopefully, if we can get a leg above it, then the next target to the top side would be this 35,951 there, and that's going to bring us over the RSI here, which is going to be good. It's going to be good stuff if we can get that to play out there, guys. That is going to be the good. That is going to be the good stuff. So yeah, anyway, this death cross coming through here that we did see, didn't really see anything play out, right? Everyone was losing it, but no, we didn't really see anything play out, which is absolutely fine. In terms of the bull market barrier right now, the target price for that, this basically means whether we're in a bull market or whether we're in a bear market, right? Blue, we're in a bull. Red, we're in a bear, right? So yeah, interesting stuff here. As you can see, we ended the bear market here, guys, and we did see that we ended the bull market here, the previous bull run that we did see here. And we saw us basically come down on the lower side of this zone. This is quite an interesting point here for Bitcoin back in 2018, right? Because you can see this insane crash, right? Then you can see the recovery. We recovered literally 97% in terms of the price before seeing that reversal, before seeing that bear market actually start to play out, right? Shout out to Dan B. What is good, my man? Nice to see you back on the stream there, bro. Obviously, I've had COVID, so I haven't been streaming for a while, but I'm on the mend. I've still got a bit of a headache, but I'm still good. I'm good. I'm here. We out here. We out here doing bits. Simple as that. But yeah, in terms of my example for that, right? My example for the bull market barrier there was we retraced 97%. If we're going to be doing that we retraced 97% before having that continuation of that bear market to the downside, right? So if we are going to see that low point and see that retracement 97%, right, that's going to bring us all the way back up to 57,000. So that's definitely, this whole area right now is literally an easily like a big bull trap zone, right, coming through here. So we do need to take that into account, even if we are seeing significant progression. And I'm finding at the moment, like, just reading the sentiment from Twitter, right, just reading that and seeing what everyone's saying, it's literally like we see a little bit of a pump for Bitcoin. and everyone just flips so bullish instantly. They're like, oh my god, we're going back up to 60k. They just fit so bullish just instantly, and it's just like, look, it's just so predictable for the whales to be like, let's pump the price up so much and then just dump it off a cliff and set a lower low again, right? So yeah, just be careful out there, guys. Don't be flipping insanely bullish like a lot of people are. Just because we pumped up like 5% or something, or we're having a bit of a volatile space. So yeah, definitely a point to watch there for Bitcoin, and a bit of fundamental opinion coming through there, guys. And shout out to Sam Jones as well. Nice to see you on the stream there, bro. That's 2 days in a row, my man. Nice to see you out here. And yeah, appreciate you, bro. And JR, hey there, Chester. Nice to see you back on the stream there, JR. Hope you're having a fantastic day, sir. Just kind of some H2O, and then I'm going to be jumping through to my altcoins of the day, which today I've got BNB, I've got Theta, and then I've got IOTA, and we're going to touch on the altcoins of the day yesterday as well, and that's ADA, Litecoin, and Ethereum Classic. Interesting stuff there. Oh, that's the good. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. I do believe it is. Wednesday. Right, yeah, so let's get straight into the altcoins here. Straight into the altcoins here. Let's jump to BNB, right? Hero Optimist. We will go to 100k next month. I hope so, bro. I hope Bitcoin does go to 100k next month. That'll make me a very, very rich man. That'd be good stuff. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, so you can see here with Bitcoin, with BNB, right? With the Binance coin, we can see this ascending triangle. We spoke about this yesterday, and we spoke about this key point in terms of a retest, right? This key point in terms of a retest, and that was sat at around that 312 there. Bang on my entry, actually. I did actually enter this trade, made a nice pretty penny while I was sleeping, which was very, very good indeed. My entry point was at this 312 because we did see us basically, we broke through this ascending triangle, right? We broke through this ascending triangle, and you guys know on this channel, the OGs know on this channel, we thrive for that goddamn retest. We thrive for that retest, and then we look for that progression to the upside, right? So we got in literally on the retest, candle close, nice tight stop loss. I think it was around this, yeah, we got a pivot point coming through here at around that 305 there. And we actually got in nice early 312, got in, and I was sat there like, right, okay, what's good, let's go. And then I had to go to bed, guys. I had to go to bed, and I was like, oh, I would be looking for a completion of the measure move here, and that was going to be sat at around, I think it was 6% or something like that. Yeah, around 6% there. But unfortunately, I was there like, you know what? We got the 200, we got the 200 EMA coming through here. I was there like, you know, I'm going to put my take profit there, and I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to be watching this chart all night. So yeah, I went to bed, woke up at like 5 a.m. this morning. I was like, yes, sir, take profit here. Very nice stuff. Made a monthly wage in my sleep, as H the rapper does say. So yeah, good stuff in terms of that trade there. And yeah, good stuff in terms of that trade, right? And now, as you can see here, we have got. I was a bit skeptical, right? I was a bit skeptical on this trade, and this is the thing that got me a bit wary, right? A bit wary because of obviously you can see this you can see the cycle coming through here. That might even line up with that one there, yeah. It's a bit rough. A bit rough. I mean, we could be doing something like that, but we want to get as many touches as possible, right? So I would be inclined to be doing something along the lines of this instead. And yeah, this is what got me a bit wary. This was the only thing that was kind of holding me back in terms of that trade, right? Because I do think this was a bit lower, actually. Yeah, it was around this sort of zone. We were coming up to that zone. I was like, that's looking like a pretty big take profit point. It was actually correlating pretty early on in terms of the trade, right? Granted, I was still in profit, right? But it was still pretty early, and I was aiming for this, not the completion of the measure move, but the 200 EMA here. So yeah, it was a bit wary, but we have actually smashed through that. We actually found a nice level of not level of support, but we're still in the uptrend, right? We're still in the uptrend. It is fizzling out a little bit, but yeah, it's still looking like we could be seeing a bit more progression to the upside. You can see these moving averages here on the MACD. They're just steep. They're very steep, very parabolic, very climbing Everest. We need to get that animation sorted because I do use that quite a lot. But yeah, so we're climbing Everest here on the MACD, so we are looking at quite a big uptrend coming through. For me, I'm out. I made the money, made that 5%, juicy stuff. Not looking to get back in anytime soon. I mean, I would be looking to get back in if we do see a reversal, right? If we do see a reversal, because if we are going to reference the RSI here, guys, let me get rid of that MACD for now. If we're referencing the RSI right now, you can see, look, we're near enough. What's happening? We're near enough. Yeah, there we go. We're near enough overbought here on the RSI, right? We're near enough overbought on the RSI, and we know what that means, guys. When that happens, we're gonna see that buyback. We're gonna see that not the buyback, the sell-off. Sorry, we're going to see a sell-off in terms of the price there. So yeah, we definitely need to take that into consideration in terms of a reversal, right? In terms of a consolidation period. If we do see that, it's hopefully going to be above this 200 EMA. If we can get above that 200, well, we're above the 200 EMA. If we can stay above it and not find not lose the support and find the resistance there, then it's going to be pretty good in terms of a correlation zone here. And then we could be looking at another leg up once we clear this horizontal at 339 zone there. So yeah, we could be looking at another position from that zone there. But if not, this is what I was talking about. If we are looking for another position, if we do lose this 200 EMA here, then we could be looking at another bounce, another retest of this zone, sat at around that 312. That was my entry point from before. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got there, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if we got there, because as you can see, when we're looking at this uptrend, right, this uptrend is pretty big, right? It's pretty big. If we go from the bottom to the top there, we're looking at still around a 15% gain there. So if we're going to be retracing around 5% there, oh no, it's about 7.5% near enough. If we're going to be retracing that much, then we're going to be bouncing up from that point, right? And there's obviously quite a bit of support coming through there in terms of the horizontal, in terms of the top side of this ascending triangle, right? And also we do have this 21 moving average coming up here as well. So yeah, ideal scenario, we lose this 200 moving average, the 200 EMA here, come down, bring the RSI down with us, and then we could be looking at another leg up, another bounce point, another juicy 5% long position to be taken into consideration there, guys. Interesting stuff there for B and B. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a fantastic run out of breath. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday morning. Yeah, 11 o'clock. Yeah, I got in a bit earlier today, guys. I'm getting a little bit better from this old COVID stuff. But yeah, let's jump to Theta token right now. That's the next one, because let's claim my altcoin of the day, one of my altcoins of the day, because you can see right now we're in this falling wedge pattern, right? We're in this falling wedge pattern. We got touches to the top side in terms of the Viva La resistance. We have broken it. We've broken it, guys. This is good news in terms of a long position. We've got a higher low here. We've got a nice retest that we're looking at the retest right now. Ideally, guys, we want a nice 4-hourly candle close above this 21 moving average coming through here, and then we could be looking at a juicy long position to the upside here. If we are looking at a measure move for this here, brother, we're looking at around don't know what happened there. We're looking at around a measure move looking like so, right? And that's obviously going to be depending on where we broke there. So depending on the retest, depending on where we bounce up from there. If we do bounce up from there, it's going to be very good indeed. We're going to be looking at around a nice 11%, something along the lines of that, right? And that's going to be juicy stuff. I would be looking at taking a nice level of profit. First things first, at this 55 moving average, depending on where this goes. Theta been sleeping, says Restless Energy. I always call you Relentless Energy for some reason, bro. I don't know why. But yeah, it has been sleeping. It's been downtrending for quite a while. Not a lot going on. But we did see after the first crypto crash stuff, we did see a nice few uptrends playing out. And this is let's just move that. This is obviously just a correctionary phase coming on. Not really a lot going on, but ideally we do need a bit of a correction to the upside. That's going to be juicy stuff in terms of a long position there. Now, first take profit we'll be looking at is this 55 moving average, and that's going to be sat around that $6.40. If we're looking at a percent for that first take profit, we could be looking at around a 4.39%. And then you know what we're going to do? We're going to hold back. We're going to assess what's good. We're going to assess what's good and see what our position is looking like on the RSI, on the MACD, on a few of the other indicators, Bollinger Band, EMA ribbon, that sort of stuff going through there. We're going to be referencing quite a bit, right? And if we are going to be looking at that significant but more progression to the upside, then we're not going to be taking out 100% of our trade here. We're going to be looking at around a 50% takeout there, and then we're going to be looking at probably maybe taking a bit more out of this lower high here, because obviously we see the Viva La resistance playing out here, and that's going to be sat around that $6.48 there. So yeah, we'd stagger our take profits from the 55 and then up to this probably candle body close here of this lower high here, and then if we can see progression to the upside, progression at its finest to the upside here for a Theta token, we could be looking at completion of the measure move around 11%. So yeah, definitely something to take into consideration, but please be aware, guys. Nothing I say is financial advice. Do not just go take this trade. Do your own research. It's just an educational standpoint, which I'm trying to educate, right? But yeah, so yeah, so if we do see this could be a trap. This is basically what I'm saying. This could be a trap. We have broken to the top side here. It's looking pretty healthy, I must say, in terms of this uptrend, because we've got a few reversals coming through here. Very good stuff. But yeah, we could be looking at a retest to the bounce to the upside. But if we do lose this zone, if we do lose this 21 moving average, I would expect us to come back down, reclaiming this falling wedge pattern, and that's going to basically bring us down to around that $6 sort of mark there. And if we do lose this zone, guys, then this whole trade is going to be a no-go. We're not going to be involved with that because it basically invalidates the retest, and that's why we wait for the retest. We don't just blindly enter as we leave this pattern, right? We wait for that retest. We get a nice juicy entry coming through, and then we have a nice tight stop loss, something along the lines of that, right? We're obviously referencing a few other time frames, but yeah, that's my insight for Theta token, and that's why I've given it my one of my altcoins of the day. Right now, IOTA. IOTA. If I'm saying that wrong, apologies. IOTA right now. You can see progression to the upside. Mount Everest is being climbed here. We are climbing this in terms of a parabolic run up right now. Look how steep this is. This is steep stuff. We got the ice picks coming through. We got the glaciers at the top coming through. Higher highs being set in the previous candle, well, the most current candle around that 1 hour and 55 there. So yeah, interesting stuff here, guys. If we are going to see the reversal for IOTA right now, IOTA, is that, am I saying it wrong? IOTA? Yeah, maybe wrong, maybe right. I would be looking at maybe a short position coming through here. And the reasoning for this is, guys, you can see this parallel channel we've got rising up here. And this is why it's claimed my altcoin of the day, because there is a potential short position coming through here. If we're going to be referencing this Viva La resistance point coming through, as you can see, a couple of resistance points coming through here. And that's what's basically formed this trend line coming up here. So yeah, if we can get a Viva La resistance coming through here, potential short position all the way back down to this 88 cents there. If we can get that, we're going to be looking at around a 6.54% trade there. Juicy stuff there from IOTA there, if we can get a nice short position. And the reason for this short position, another reason here, if you look at the RSI, we're literally near enough overextended in terms of being overbought, right? When this happens, that's going to correlate pretty well with the top side of this zone here. And then you know what happens. We're going to see that swift rejection, that swift sell-off happening there. So yeah, that's going to be a juicy 6.5% if we can get involved with that in terms of what's good there. Now, that is just one scenario if we get the swift rejection. If we come up here, right? If we come up and we find a level of support, if we break this zone, come down for a retest, we consolidate along this zone with the 200 EMA as well on the 4 hourly, the midterm here, we could be looking at the RSI coming back down on the consolidation phase, right? If we get to that central point of the RSI again, we could be looking at a move to the upside again, right? I don't really know what's happening with the fundamentals of this coin right now, but it's looking pretty good in terms of this pump, right? It's pumping in terms of the top 50 cryptos. I think it's actually doing the best right now. I think it's doing the best. It's up like 8% today. It's crazy stuff. So yeah, it's doing the best right now. I don't really know the fundamentals of this coin. If any of you guys know the fundamentals, drop them in the chat now and we'll get to them. And guys, I do stream every single day. If you are new to the channel, hello and welcome. My name is Chester. So yeah, smash the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. You're never going to miss one of my uploads. It's as simple as that. And yeah, I'm happy to have you here. And if you are a new trader, join the Telegram. It's a nice safe space for people to be asking trading questions, all that juicy stuff as well. So yeah, as you can see, if we do break to the top side here and we do see this consolidation zone and the RSI chill out there, it's going to be looking like we could be looking at a measure move to the upside, right? Let's draw that in. It's going to be a nice potential long position, right? That's going to be something along the lines of this. Obviously, it's quite a speculatory opinion, speculatory if that's a word. It's all in speculation at this point in time because obviously we do need to break. We need to consolidate. We need to chill the F out right now because we've got a lot of resistance coming through, and that's why this short position is more likely to play out. But let's just go on the basis that it doesn't play out, and we do see this consolidation zone coming through here. In terms of percent for the measure move to the upside here, we could look at a nice 12% long position coming through here, obviously in speculation there. But just a few things to think about from an educational standpoint here, guys, in terms of trading IOTA today and over the next few days or so. But yeah, that's pretty much IOTA done. In terms of a target price, right now I would be hoping to go up to this 0.94, that's 94 cents there, and then see that swift rejection coming through there. That would be the ideal scenario right now. If we jump to the 15-minute, we are seeing a bit of a consolidation phase coming through, but it's still an uptrend nonetheless. We are still setting these higher lows points coming through. Yeah, it's not too bad. I would be looking to get over this horizontal point at around this 0.92, and you can see this volume weighted ATR band coming up as well, this red line here, right? That's pretty heavily respected. As you can see, Viva La resistance, Viva La resistance, Viva La resistance, Viva La resistance. So yeah, you can see if we do get above it, we do actually trend above it, right? We do trend above it and we ride that wave. So hopefully we can ride that wave for a bit longer, then see the swift rejection in terms of the Viva La resistance correlating with that point as well. Then that's going to be even more juicy for our short position there. And we've got a big shout out to Shivansh there, Shivansh. I always try and say your name, and I always think I'm saying it wrong, bro. Shivansh there. Nice to see you back on the stream there, bro. Good morning to you there, sir. Yeah, cool stuff, cool stuff. Good morning to you there. Yeah, that's pretty much all the altcoins of the day done. Let me jump to ADA because that was the altcoin of the day yesterday, and we'll see what's good there. I don't know where my TA's gone. There it is. Yeah, that's my TA, right? Yeah, we were looking at ADA yesterday because we've obviously got this rising wedge pattern, right? We've got this rising wedge pattern. I just wanted to touch on this because it is still valid for a potential position that we could be looking for here. We are currently flirting with the idea of losing the 200 EMA, right? The 200 EMA on the 4 hourly, which is pretty crucial, right? We've lost it, right? We've tried to find the support. We haven't. We found the Viva Love resistance. We're looking at coming down to test the 21, and that sat at around that $1.41 there. So near enough a whole cent down in terms of the live price there, right? Near enough a whole cent down to this 21. If we do lose the 21, the next target is going to be that $1. And God, we're dumping as I'm talking. This is live price action coming through here from ADA, from Cardano. So yeah, as you can see here, the next bounce point will be this $1 and 40 cents there. If we do lose this 21 at this point in time, it is looking progressively bad to the downside, right? It's looking really bad. It's just dumping, right? It's just dumping through here. And the reasoning for this is you can see if we're going on candle body closes here, we can draw a bit of a resistance line coming through here, and that's why we're seeing this trend reversal coming through here in terms of these lower highs. Now, right now, with ADA, let's get rid of that and let's draw in a bit more juice. Symmetrical triangle point coming through here, so we could be looking. This is could be looking at a bit of a bounce point coming through here at this lower side here, and that could be around this $1.41 if we're just going on candle body closes. Now, if we're going on more of the wicks, right? More of the wicks. We've got 3 wicks there. That could be bringing us down to this horizontal at that $1.41. Shivansh says BTC is dumping again. Let's have a little quick look at that. Yes, it is dumping again, and we're seeing that bearish divergence playing out here on the 1 hourly here. If we bring that up on the RSI here, yeah, you can see this rejection coming through in terms of this bearish divergence here. Let me get rid of the MACD here. That's a bit better, right? Yeah, you can see this this bearish divergence playing out here. We can see us dumping. As I was saying at the start of the stream, it's likely that we are going to bounce off this zone. Hopefully we can, because it's going to bring a central point to the central point of the RSI. That's going to be the ideal scenario, and we do have a lot of support coming through here in terms of these moving averages, right? And then hopefully we can see a bit of a reversal. But at this point in time, guys, we have, as I was saying earlier, we've not quite challenged. We've flirted with the idea of coming up to challenge the candle body here of this previous lower high. But unfortunately, we didn't quite get there. We've seen that reversal play out and this bearish divergence actually come into fruition here. So yeah, hopefully we can get a bounce point off this zone. But if we don't, you can see the Viva La resistance that we've got playing off this zone here. So it's likely if we do lose this zone, lose the major moving averages, that we are going to potentially come down to this 33,385. For a little BTC update there for you there, Shivansh. Yeah, good stuff there, bro. Thank you for letting me know that BTC was dumping, because when I'm really focused in these altcoins, I kind of miss a few things coming through here. But yeah, so in terms of ADA right now, this is what I would be saying. Yeah, that's what I would be saying. I just completely lost my train of thought there. But yeah, just give me a sec. Oh, good stuff. Very good stuff. 26 likes, guys. You're absolutely killing it. More likes than viewers. Interesting. Cool stuff. People have come, they've liked, and they've gone. As simple as that. I'm going to be ending the stream probably around an hour today, guys. Got some stuff to do, and also a stream for like an hour and 50 minutes yesterday or something, and I just got an insane headache because I've still got the old COVID. Not good. But yeah, so yeah. Powering through. But yeah, cool stuff. So yeah, as you can see here, we do have this symmetrical triangle for ADA, and if we are looking for a measure move to the downside, we could be, let me get rid of these moving averages again. We could be looking at something along the lines of this, and that's going to be bringing the price of ADA down to this previous high low here, and that's going to be around that $1.38 there. So yeah, hopefully we can hold our own and not go down. We want to just see that progression to the upside coming through here. And it is looking a bit of a bullish pennant flag pattern coming through here, right? Bullish pennant flag pattern coming through here, and that basically means hopefully we can get another leg up, right? It's a bit of a bullish chart pattern coming through. If we are looking for another leg up, we are looking for something along the lines of this, and yeah, that does correlate pretty well with this horizontal level of resistance at that $1.46 there. So yeah, this would be a point to watch here in terms of a swift rejection point coming through here. But yeah, in terms of a potential trade, if you are going on these short terms, we could be looking at something along the lines of this, around a 2% there, and vice versa around around a 2% there. So yeah, interesting stuff there for ADA to take into consideration. Next on the list is Litecoin. We were looking at Litecoin yesterday, right? We were looking at Litecoin yesterday, and the reasoning for this was because we were flirting with the idea of losing this rising wedge pattern, right? If we were to lose this rising wedge pattern, there was going to be a potential short position as discussed, right? Obviously, nothing I say is financial advice, guys. I'm not your financial advisor. But yeah, you can see here, we do have this potential for a short position coming through here if we do lose this zone, right? If we do lose this zone, in terms of this upward slope and support line, we do have the potential for a short position. We are above all major moving averages right now, so it is looking like we are going to have that progression to the upside. We come up, right? We come up and we started to challenge this lower high. Did we get over it? We did. Yeah, we just about. Let's get in a bit further. He said something dirty then. But yeah, as you can see here, we have actually challenged and we've invalidated this lower high. So it's a bullish pattern coming through here. So hopefully we can see that progression to the upside. It sounds like my computer is sparking. Don't know what's going on. Something sounds like it's sparking. Is it my music? Yeah, it's my music. Awful. Scattered me right out then. I thought it was going to blow up. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to really change that song. That is awful. Dreadful. Literally sounds like it was sparking. Anyway, back to the charts. So yeah, as you can see here, we have invalidated this lower high. It's a bit of a bullish pattern, so I wouldn't expect us to be coming down anytime soon for this short position coming through here. But I just wanted to touch on that because we were discussing that the potential for that yesterday, and that's why it was my altcoin of the day yesterday, guys. But yeah, in terms of what I think could be happening now, the sparking is still happening in my ears. It's actually dreadful to listen to. Bear with me, guys. One section to change the music. Dreadful. What is happening? No, that's awful. Awful. Right. Right, yeah, I'm just going to start again. Anyway, back to the stream. Apologies about that, pretty unprofessional. Yeah, everyone's lolling in the chat, right? Awful. So yeah, anyway, this is why it got my altcoin of the day yesterday, because we could have been looking at significant progression to the downside in terms of a short position. That would have been looking pretty good. In terms of what's happening now, I do think we've got the potential to come up and test this horizontal here, and that's sat at around that $1.45. So keep your eyes peeled for that for Litecoin. We are pretty central on the RSI, so we could be going in either direction here. We could be drawing some sort of a resistance point coming through here if we are going to get to that, and that is probably going to correlate. Tom, nice to see you on the mend, Chester. Thank you very much, sir. I've still got the old Rona, the old vid, but I'm getting there, bro. I still get headaches and stuff, and I still can't taste or smell jack. So yeah, it's a bit dead, but we get there. It's just a work in progress. Just got to not overdo it, and that's why I'm only going to stream for like an hour today. But yeah, it's nice to be back, I must say, guys. It is nice to be back on the stream. But yeah, as you can see here, this would be a resistance point at this $1.45 there, correlating pretty well with the RSI here in terms of this downward sloping resistance line. So yeah, I would expect some resistance coming through here before even challenging this zone here. So yeah, that's something to definitely computer sparking. Hit it, it'll work fine. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I was just like, yeah, sparking, just give it a whack, it'll stop. That's usually the technique. But yeah, I've actually got a really good PC. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, anyway, yeah, this would be the rejection point for Litecoin here. Let me jump to Ethereum Classic, right? Let me jump to Ethereum Classic. And the reason why this got my altcoin of the day yesterday, as you can see, it's a pretty dominant bearish pennant flag coming through here. You can see this parabolicness coming through here. We've seen what Ethereum's been doing recently. I think the fear and greed index for Ethereum, I can't actually bring that up. This is obviously just crypto in general, but I saw it on Twitter this morning. The one for Ethereum is actually it's like 50. It's like bang in the middle 50. So people are feeling pretty good about Ethereum right now. So this is definitely going to have an effect on Ethereum Classic, right? It's definitely going to have an effect on Ethereum Classic. Right now we've obviously got this pennant flag pattern, this bullish pennant flag pattern coming through. So we do need to take into consideration that we are looking for that next leg up. And you guys know I don't usually do these greedy measure moves, but when we're seeing something like this parabolicness coming through and then this really nice validation and also Ethereum doing well, it's likely that we are going to see a big move to the upside here for Ethereum Classic. So yeah, if you can profit off that, that's going to be very good indeed. Obviously, do your own research. I'm not your financial advisor. I will be putting updates in the Telegram here in the description. I will be putting updates in the Telegram if I'm going to be entering this position, because it's looking pretty good, I must say. Still pretty central on the RSI for the midterm as well. So yes, we've got potential here for a nice wave up, right? That's what I'm saying, right? We've got potential for a nice wave up. It is a very nice, attractive chart pattern. You know how I feel about my attractive chart patterns, guys. If we are looking for a nice greedy measure move like this, and obviously I just explained the greedy measure move like so. Obviously, depending on where we're going to break, we could be looking at around a 19% gain there, and that is pretty much going to correlate very well with the volume weighted ATR band coming through here. So yeah, interesting stuff there. Hopefully we can get a 19% gain there. That's going to make that paper, going to make that thousands, them bags coming through. So yeah, that's going to be the idea. If we can get that 19% there, that's going to be very, very good stuff indeed for a nice trade position. I'm pretty much done with my altcoins, guys, and I don't really have any requests, right? So if you want, I've got 9 minutes left on the stream. You want to jump your requests in the chat, I will get to them ASAP Rocky. I'll get to them ASAP Rocky. So fire your requests in the chat there, guys, and yeah, I'll get to them. So while you're doing that, I'll jump back to Bitcoin right now, because we did actually see this bounce point play out from this 21 moving average. Oh, near enough on this on the hourly time frame here. We've seen this bounce point play out, and we've seen this come up and actually claim the 10 moving average as well. So that's going to be interesting as well. See if we can hold that. If we can hold that, we could be looking at significant progression to the upside here. XRP straight in there for Shivansh. Let me do XRP. I'm actually quite intrigued for XRP today, actually. I haven't done XRP in a while. Didn't cover this yesterday, I don't think. Yeah, I don't really have a lot. I'm on the right chart. Yeah, I don't have any TA really for XRP, so I'm going to have to do some fresh TA for you guys live on air. So yeah, I would be, first things first, you can see we've got a Viva La resistance coming through here, probably going from this zone at the top here, right? As you can see, bang, 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 Viva La resistance trend line coming through there, and you can see the level of support we are creating like so right here. I didn't quite get there on this zone here, but we did find a nice level of consolidation and support on this. So yeah, we could probably move that up like there. So yeah, so as you can see here we've got a bit of a symmetrical triangle pattern playing out. Obviously, I'm not gonna take this bit into consideration because it is just a bit of a dump off a cliff, right? So yeah, we've got a few more requests coming in here. I'm gonna have to really speed this up if I'm gonna get through these. So we've got Matic. Yeah, I'm interested in Matic actually. I'm gonna jump onto that. And guys, I'm gonna be obviously, I do stream every single morning, right? That's the plan now. Obviously, now I'm getting over COVID, so I'm going to be, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be jumping on Discord, and then what I'm going to be doing, because obviously it's quite a strain on the voice, continuously talking, right? So instead of that, I'm just going to be sharing my screen on the Discord chat. I'm going to be sharing my screen on the Discord chat, and then I'm just going to be trading all day. So you guys can literally just watch my screen and take the educational insight to what I'm doing, right? If you guys are beginners and you do enjoy the content continuously, obviously it won't be audio, it'll just be visual. But yeah, it'd be good to do that, because I do think people do just want like a little helping hand in drawing trend lines and all that juicy stuff. But yeah, in terms of XRP, right now we could be looking at a potential position on the 4 hourly. If we are looking for a bounce, it's going to be a very big swing, I must say. We're looking at the lower side here. Right now, move to the downside, it would be looking at something along the lines of this. Sky Demex out here. He's caught the live today. Nice to see you on the stream, bro. What's good, King? Nice to see you out here. I guess you said I remember before you said you finished work at like 12 or something, so you must be having an early day. Whoop, whoop, out here, Sky Demex. Nice to see you on the stream, bro. Jeez. Come on. So yeah, as you can see here, we do have a potential short position coming through. Going to be a 8.5% swing there for XRP if we do lose this symmetrical triangle to the downside here, guys. So yeah, interesting stuff there to watch. I'm going to be flagging that right now because that is a potential position to be taken into consideration. Pretty central on the RSI as well there, guys. So we've got a nice point to watch, and also you can see this downward sloping resistance line coming through. So if we do see this this price progress to the upside here, we're likely to see a swift rejection. That could actually mean that we are going to see swift rejection coming through there. So yeah, interesting stuff there, guys, to take into consideration there for XRP. In terms of price targets right now on the shorter term timeframes, because I know it says the Discord link is invalid. Damn, I had that before. I swear it just keeps changing the link. So if you join the Telegram, if you're not in the Telegram already, Relentless Legend, I will jump I'll jump the Discord in the Telegram, right? I'll jump the Discord in the Telegram once I'm done with this stream here, and then yeah, you can join the Discord from there. I won't be doing it today. I'll probably be doing it probably in a week or so once I'm completely recovered from COVID. But yeah, that's going to be good stuff. I just finished my stream now. Get back into bed, sit on the laptop and trade. Not on the PC. And so yeah, it's not as good, right? I'm not a great fan of the laptop, right? I've obviously got a MacBook Pro and all that juicy stuff, but yeah, I prefer all my screens because I've got like 3 giant screens looking at me, and that's how I prefer to trade, having all the stuff up, right? Not just sat there with one laptop, but COVID and all that, right? Anyway, waffling on. XRP, yeah, this would be the target right now if we are going to break to the downside, right? If we jump to the hourly, we could see a bit more of horizontals and supports. The next lower point would be this 64 cents there if we do lose this zone. Take profits are going to be staggered all the way down, correlating with these high low points continuously. Yeah. That's pretty much XRP. We are below all major moving averages on quite a few of the time frames right now. So yeah, if you were looking at significant progression to the upside, it's not looking too hot. You can see these downward sloping resistance lines playing out here. Viva la resistance, a mini symmetrical triangle. So if you were looking for a little bit of a breakout, if you were looking for a bit more of a scalp to the upside, you could be looking at something along the lines of this. Just some quick TA coming through here. Could be looking at something along the lines of this, obviously depending on where we're going to break and whether that is going to correlate pretty well with this horizontal point of resistance coming through here. I'm in the Telegram lurking, says Restless Energy, sorry, bro. Yeah, okay, man, not a problem, I'll get to that. But yeah, if you are looking for progression to the upside for XRP, it could be around a nice 2% gain there. Interesting stuff to take into consideration. Let's go on the downside here. We could be looking at something along the lines of this, right? And that's basically going to mean around a 1.73% there to the downside, depending on obviously where we break. And if you guys can't see this, we do have a symmetrical triangle playing out like so, right? So yeah, interesting stuff here for XRP. Let me jump to what was next. We've got Matic. Let me jump to Matic because I do want to have a little look at Matic actually, because I think we've all been expecting some good things, but it's just been a bit dead, right? It's just been a bit dead after we saw the 230% pump recovery coming through here. What has just happened? There we go. No, it's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. 3 minutes left on the hourly. 3 minutes left on my, sorry, not the hourly, the stream. But yeah, anyway, so we've got this 230% pump coming through here for Matic, right? This 230% pump coming through here, and after that, we've just been trending down. And as you guys know, this is one of the only altcoins that really did see that swift recovery coming through after that first insane crash, and it's just been pretty abysmal from there. Just this dirty downtrend playing out, not a lot coming through. We are actually, that's interesting, right? That's quite interesting. We've obviously got this all-time high point coming through here from Matic, and we're testing this zone, right? We're testing this downward sloping resistance line. If we can get over that, it's going to look pretty good. It could be the signification. It could be a sign for the end of this trend, right? It could be a sign for the end of this downtrend, which we've been as Restless Energy, we've been lurking in it for quite a while, right? We've been lurking in there for quite a while. We're looking for that progression to the upside, right? That's going to be the ideal scenario. If we're going for a more shorter term time frame, right, we could be looking at something along the lines of this, as you can see, a downward sloping resistance line like so, and then also potential for a symmetrical triangle, very tight symmetrical triangle, as our men like our tight things. We do like our symmetrical triangles. This is quite tight here, so we do need to take into consideration if we are going to look at a move to the upside. There's quite a few things to take into consideration here, guys. We do have this 200 EMA coming through here, so we could be looking at progression, just a little bit of a move up, probably up to this horizontal if we do break here. So this would be interesting. Yeah, it's definitely going to get a flag in my book. In terms of my watch list right now, because this is an interesting point here. If we do break this to the upside, we could be looking at a nice 5% swing there for Matic. Tasman LaRue, how's it, Sea-Dog? Yeah, it's getting there. Still got COVID, but I'm pulling through out here. But yeah, nice to see you back on the stream and having that continuous support. 28 likes, guys. Can we get to 30 likes before the hour's up? You've got in my eyes, you've got like 30 seconds. That'd be amazing if you could. Obviously, I do need a little helping hand because I did have in terms of the YouTube algorithms, I needed a helping hand. I need a helping hand because I obviously getting screwed here because I had COVID and I couldn't really speak properly. So yeah, if we are looking for a move to the downside, if we do continue this dirty downtrend for Matic here, we could be looking at something along the lines of this. Obviously, depending on where they're going to break along this symmetrical triangle here, guys, it does correlate pretty well with these high low points. And this horizontal level of support at this $1.03 there. Pretty big buy point for Matic in my opinion. A lot of people are losing a lot of hope with Matic, but for me, I do think they've got some really, really good stuff coming through in the future, and I do think it's going to be one of the ones to watch. Going to definitely be one of the ones to watch, right? 31 it is. Absolutely amazing stuff, guys. You guys are killing it out here too. But I must say I'm pretty happy to be back on the stream. Is good to be back and having that continuous support there. God. But yeah, just gonna have some H2O, and then I'm gonna be carrying on with a couple more requests. Marty's out here liking from both accounts. Amazing stuff there. Yeah, we got AAVE to do, Ave, and then I'm gonna be ending up the stream there, guys. Pretty tight. As I was saying yesterday, right? As I was saying yesterday, right? We do have this dirty uptrend coming. Well, not dirty uptrend. It's quite steep, I must say. We were climbing Everest, but I was saying, guys, look, we got this volume weighted ATR band. It's likely we are going to see a bit of reversal. I think someone actually, maybe in my Telegram got into in the community. Obviously, they got into a short position as I was saying this. We are going to see a swift rejection off this zone here, and I think they made maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know who it was, but I'll look at the Telegram in a minute if you want to join it. It's in the description, guys. Nice community going on there. But yeah, we did. They did actually make a nice 10% profit here. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, and hopefully he did his own research coming through here. But yeah, I think he made a nice juicy amount of profit there coming through here in terms of this swift rejection. Yeah, around 10%. So good stuff. Good stuff there from someone who got involved with that short position there. Very nice indeed. But yeah, in terms of what's happening now for Ave right now, we do have. As I say, guys, we climbed Everest, right? We climbed Everest. Respect out here from Skydemex. Nice to see you on the stream, my guy. Continue to support us. So he's been on this. He's been on my channel from literally like day one out here. Absolutely amazing stuff. Yeah, so absolute OG. The Oest of the G's out here. Come on. So yeah, in terms of what's happening with Ave right now, we've seen this parabolic climb up right now. Parabolic climb up in terms of Everest. We've seen base camp 1. This is base camp 1 right here. We do need to take into consideration we're having this as a rest point before we're looking at another leg up. If we can see another leg up forming, right? Let me jump to a bigger time frame. Hopefully the volume weighted ATR band is going to be a bit higher. You can see it is to this top zone here around that 597 there. Hero Optimist says, it was me. Well done to you, sir. Take my hat off to you. Made a juicy 10%. Very good stuff indeed. Now, target points for Ave. As I was saying, we have climbed up in this uptrend for quite a while, so I would expect some sort of reversal. We've seen this consolidation period. We've seen a bit of reversal, but I would expect a little bit more, and maybe even coming down to this 286 zone before looking at progression to the upside from there, right? So yeah, interesting stuff there would be all these horizontals to take into consideration. In terms of what's happening now, we are testing this 200 EMA on the 12-hour, and on the 4-hourly, we have just lost a 10 moving average here. So I would be inclined to say that we are going to come down a little bit further here. If you are still in your short there, Hero Optimist, hopefully you do well. You would be looking at invalidating this, well, creating a new lower low in terms of this trend coming down here, and that's going to be sat at around this $309. And if you can get below that, that's going to be amazing, because it's going to be looking like, obviously referencing your short position there, you could be looking at around a 299 point in terms of a bounce point before you look at that progression to the upside. But please take into account there that this is a nice uptrend. It's very healthy. It's very good. We've seen these retracements coming through after these swings to the upside. So we swing, we retrace, we swing, we retrace, we swing, we retrace. It's good, it's healthy, it's nice. It's looking like we are going to have that continuation of this uptrend, and it is still very healthy indeed, I must say. Right, DGB quickly, and then I'm going to be off. Guys, I'm afraid. DGB. DGB. Do you like dogs? Yeah, that's around a 4-hourly time frame. We've been trending down for... Jeez. We've been trending down for quite a while. I took profit. Well done here, Optimist. I would have taken a nice bit of profit as well there. But yeah, I would have been taking a nice bit of profit there. Did you take all of it, 100%, or did you leave a bit in there, bro? So yeah, as you can see, pretty dirty downtrend here for this coin here. Pretty sideways stuff happening. It's pretty undecided on what it wants to do. Not really that much going on in terms of a target. We've flirted with the idea of validated this lower high here, so we are looking at the progression to the upside. Higher lows being set, which is good. So yeah, I would be looking at a target point of this next higher low here, and that's going to be sat around this 4 cents and 86 there. Interesting stuff there. For DGB there. In terms of the RSI, you're pretty central, right? You're pretty central. You got room. You can see this downtrend coming through here. You have actually broke that, so I wouldn't be surprised if you came down and found a level of support here before progressing further up like so. And that's going to obviously mean in terms of the moving averages, right? You could be looking at coming down and smashing these moving averages and then bouncing off them and then looking for the price target of this 4 cents and 87 there. Now, that's going to be me, guys. I'm going to call it. Cheers, Chester. Good update, mate. Cheers, Carl Keaton. Yeah, Carl K, nice to see you back on the stream there, bro. See you in the Telegram. Very active indeed. Good stuff. Love all that juicy stuff there. Yeah, juicy stuff coming through there. But yeah, this is going to be me, guys. Thank you ever so much for tuning in yet again. I might do a little bit of an update later. I think I might. I think I'm feeling up to it. So I'll probably do a little update video later. So stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe, all that juicy stuff. And I appreciate you guys on here. And I'll see you guys in the Telegram in a couple of minutes, right? See you guys in the Telegram. And for now, it's basically like I've completely forgotten how to do these outros, right? Obviously not streaming for a while. But yeah, peace out from me and goodbye from Crypto Chester.